I was thinking the other day, about life, about the choices we make. You know, we spend our whole lives hearing that we have to be flexible, that the game of life is about adapting, about compromising. Accept whatever comes, half a glass is better than nothing, it's better to have a bad job than no job. We're trained to accept leftovers, to be content with crumbs. And for a while, I bought into that story. Before you continue, please like the video now at the beginning, as it helps the algorithm show it to more people, and share it with that friend who needs a boost. But then, it hit me. And it hit me because of something silly, a mission in a video game. The game offered me a mission that, in practice, was a terrible deal. I was going to have to spend my time, my energy, risk my character, and the reward was mediocre. And I stopped, looked at the screen, and thought, why? Why would I do that? It's not worth it. And I simply declined the mission. And the game continued. And that's when I understood. If it's not my way, I don't want it. It's not about being spoiled, it's not about being childish. It's about having purpose. It's about having what I call a certain, masculine petulance, something that's been lost out there. This intransigence, this firmness. It's the difference between a man who says, I will build my life with these and these principles, and I won't compromise, and the guy who accepts any garbage life throws at him. Look around you. How many guys are stuck in jobs they hate? Waking up every day to serve a boss they don't respect, to do a task that consumes them, just because they have to pay the bills. How many men are in relationships where they aren't valued, where they are humiliated, but they stay because it's better to be with someone than to be alone? This is the man who has abandoned his petulance. He traded freedom and dignity for a false sense of security. He accepted the role that society gave him, that of a beast of burden. You have to work until you die, you have to get married and have kids, you have to be the provider, you have to sacrifice. And then, if you dare to question that, if you say, no, you're labeled selfish, immature, maladjusted. Society doesn't want a free man. It wants a domesticated man, a saddle horse. I've been thinking a lot about what I call the exercise of the man in the desert. It's not about going to a real desert, it's about going to a place of solitude, of silence. Away from the opinions of friends, the pressure of family, the ghosts that society has created to haunt us. It's when you sit with yourself and ask, what do I really want? What's important to me? In this desert, you discover that many of the things you thought you wanted were, in fact, impositions from others. The latest car, the perfect house, the perfect Instagram life, all of it is the echo of someone else's voice, not your own. In this desert, you understand that your energy is your most valuable resource. You can't spend it on missions that give you a mediocre reward. You can't spend it on people who drain you. You can't spend it on a job that kills you inside. And then there's the story of sacrifice. We grew up with the idea that sacrifice is a man's greatest virtue. The provider man, who sacrifices himself for his family. But I started to think, is sacrifice really an intrinsically masculine characteristic? Think about biology. The female, the woman, is the one who carries life in her womb, who nurtures, who, symbolically, sacrifices herself for the offspring. The man, on the other hand, is the hunter, the explorer, the warrior. He is the one who risks his life to protect and provide, yes, but he is not the one who annihilates himself. The man is the one who says, no. He is the one who imposes his will on the world. When a man completely negates himself, he is abandoning his essence. He becomes a shadow. We can't be our best selves if we are constantly sacrificing ourselves for others. We need to be whole, strong, to be able to protect, to be able to guide. So, I go back to where I started. If it's not my way, I don't want it. It's a phrase of freedom. It's a phrase of dignity. It's the only phrase that protects us from becoming what we fear most, a ghost of ourselves. So, stop accepting missions with mediocre rewards. Stop spending your energy on people and jobs that don't value you. Stop sacrificing yourself for a version of life that isn't yours. Be petulant. Be intransigent. Be yourself. Because in the end, the only purpose that matters is your own. If you've made it this far, congratulations, because you are one of the awakened men, and I invite you to acquire my e-book, Guide to Dismantling and Neutralizing Female Ploys in Love, containing precious teachings. Forward, warriors, until the next video.